Good morning, everybody. It is meteorologist HBuff Forecast, and welcome back to a weather update, guys. Yes, I am finally back from a long, exciting, also kind of terrifying trip. I apologize if it was kind of long. Like, I knew I was gonna be gone for a long time, but I'm finally back, guys, and I'm gonna be doing my uploads now. And I hope you guys have a chance to watch this video since it's been a long time. I do apologize again. So this video is going to be on the severe weather for actually parts of the plains, into parts of the Ozarks, into actually parts of the southeast. We're just going to have a multiple day threat for severe weather. All the impacts, if you want to know what are the threats, what the timing of when it's going to come, and how bad it will be, these storms will be. That's all going to be coming up. Alright, guys, so you probably are wondering why am I presenting this a little differently. I already told you guys on the community tab that I'm going to be showing my videos a bit differently, so hope you guys just don't really care how I present this video. But guys, so we're going to be taking a look at first thing the National Weather Service. So you can tell we do have severe thunderstorm watches and warnings, and these are not really anything to do with this, guys. These are just heat advisories. Yes, it's going to be very warm for parts of the South Central, but we're going to be taking a look at right here. This is where we have these strong storms forming right now. So in these orange colors for parts of the northern part of Missouri and parts near the Kansas City area, just a bit more into the central part of Kansas, we're going to have severe thunderstorm warnings, and then into the majority of these areas in the kind of brownish red color kind of together, we're going to have severe thunderstorm watches. I really don't know what color that is, just really. And then the very dark red color with a brown, we do have flash flood warnings in effect for the Iowa area into parts of Missouri. So that's what we have right now. It's going to be stretching to parts of the southern part. It's going to start moving south and affect parts of the south central, parts of the southeast, and it's going to bring some very strong storms in through parts of the plains. Alright, guys, so now we're going to be taking a look at the Storm Purchase Center, guys. We actually do have up to enhanced risk now. It did go up since last night I checked. It did go up in the slight chance. It did slightly go down, but we have a big area for an enhanced risk right here. We have a big area in general for some severe thunderstorms. We have large hail, large tornadoes possibly, or isolated possible if you're in the border of this enhanced risk. But we do have a big threat today for parts of the Kansas City, Missouri area, St. Louis, Overland Park, Kansas City, and Topeka, Kansas. All these areas are in the enhanced risk. And then we actually do have a slight chance in effect for some areas scattered across the country. But we're going to be focusing in the circle right here that does move into the southeast. Like I said, we have Nashville moving in there. And then we have Evansville, Indiana, Peoria, Illinois, and Clarksville, Tennessee. So it does start to move a bit more to the southeast. And then we do have a marginal stretching from all the way to the Indianapolis area to the Atlanta, Georgia area with a population of 33 million, that marginal. If we do take a look at the summary, we do have the greatest potential for severe weather today will be with thunderstorms complexes moving across the lower Missouri and mid-Mississippi Valley regions with damaging winds main threat. So like we do have the worst of it from the Ozarks to that Mississippi River area. So that's what we do need to watch out for today. The tornado threat, only 2% chance for these areas in enhanced risk. We actually do have a 30% chance for some damaging winds in the parts of the St. Louis area, the Kansas City area, and parts of the southern tip of Illinois and parts of the southern part of Iowa. And then the hail risk, we only have up to a 5% chance in these areas, and then 15 into parts of those areas in upper plains. So now we're going to be taking a look at tomorrow. Like I did say, this is a multi-day threat. But it's going to be sort of in the same area, except again these storms will be moving south as we go on, continuing into the day. So we do have the worst of it in the enhanced risk possible for the Wichita, Edmond, Oklahoma, Stillwater, Oklahoma, Ponca City, and Derby, Kansas. So we have those small little towns, and then we have these very small counties up in there in northern Texas area. And then we do have a slight chance, so where we can actually have some pea-sized hail possible, maybe quarter-sized hail in some of these areas with some strong winds. We're going to have Oklahoma City in there to Kansas City, Omaha, Tulsa and Des Moines is actually going to start being that border of that slide, just going to make it through there. And then we're going to have that marginal stretching for these bands that will go into parts of the southeast. They won't be as strong as this, definitely not. Southeast has not really had a lot of action for the past couple weeks. But this is where we're going to have the worst of it right here. And then we do have severe storms are likely across parts of the Central Plains and on Saturday, with at least isolated severe storms for the Ohio Valley into the Carolinas. So again, it's going to be stretching across many areas. So now we're going to be taking a look at the radar. I just thought we should talk about the chances first and then go through the radar. So we're going to be taking a look at the plains first, since this is going to be the big threat there. So if we go more to the noon hours, to like the 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, we're going to have some very strong storms forming into parts of the South Dakota area. But that's not going to be the worst of it today, believe it or not. We're going to have very strong storms form to the southern part of Nebraska and to northern part of Kansas with that low pressure system just over the Dodge City area. As literally you know, it's going to start intensifying a lot like these storms do. We're actually going to see some wall clouds. You can really see it from this radar. Here, they're going to have these frontal parts of the wall clouds, and then we're going to have these with wall clouds, you have the worst of the storm right into the beginning. And like usually with the other storms, the worst of it is like more into the central part to the end. But with the where you see the wall clouds formation, the worst of it's actually in the front, and then you have the calm rain after. But we're really gonna have a tornado threat right here for the southeastern part of Nebraska to the north central part of Kansas. So that's where we can really have these worst storms today. And these storms, these bands, we're gonna have multiple bands here, or actually just a 2 to 3. We're going to have one move into the southern, southeastern part of Kansas right after this band, and then we're going to have these wall cloud formation again going to the northern part of Missouri. That's where we have that enhanced risk going there. And then Des Moines might just get some small little thunderstorms, some lightning bolts there, and some thunder. And then it's going to start moving to the east rapidly as we go into tomorrow. More into tomorrow, we'll have some storms moving to parts of the Illinois area, and then possibly bring in some heavy rain, some scattered little rain showers to the southeastern part of Iowa. And then these storms will really, really intensify here. You can really see how bad it is. We can have some worst of it right on that St. Louis area, right into the heart of St. Louis. We're really going to have some very strong storms there, possible maybe EF3 tornadoes. I will actually, guys, not be surprised if the Storm Prediction Center does enhance or issue a moderate risk. And then we go later on after tomorrow, we're going to have some very strong storms there forming into parts of the Kansas City area, to parts of the southern to central part of Illinois. Again, guys, these storms will not calm down whatsoever. And then we go later on, these storms will move into the south. So now we checked that area, we're going to be checking out the southeast now. We're not going to be checking out the heart of the southeast, which is right here. We're going to be checking out the northern part of the southeast, including that Nashville area, which is not really the heart of the southeast. So we're going to have these very strong storms. Again, it's not really, really big. But we're still going to have a very good chance for having some strong storms, though. Just north of the Memphis area, we can have some scattered strong or very small storms, but they can be very powerful. And then we can have some more strong bands move into the Tennessee area, into the Carolinas. Again, guys, it's not going to be that bad. That can be the worst bands we've seen. And then we're going to have some severe bands move into the southeast area as we actually go more into the Sunday area. So that's mainly the southeast. Not really much to talk about, honestly, guys, into the southeast. And this is where we really see these very strong bands. It's been I don't know if I'm wrong, but it's been a very long time that we've had these really strong storms to actually go in some of these specific areas in southern plains or south central. But this is going to go more to tomorrow, where we have these low pressures start to move. So it's going to start forming by late tomorrow, where we do have that enhanced risk for parts of the Oklahoma area into the Texas area. So we're going to have some very strong bands with that low pressure system starting to feed it. It's like feeding the storm. These low pressures are really feeding it, especially the sunlight. It's really the warmth is really feeding these storms. That's why you mainly see in the south, where they have the warmer temperatures. So we're going to see another wall cloud formation south of the Oklahoma City area. we're going to have a very widespread area from very strong storms. Going to start from the begin, or not really begin. It's going to be stretching all the way to the Topeka, Kansas area, to the Wichita Falls area in Texas. So we're really going to have, that's up to, I don't know if I'm wrong, but maybe 500 miles of a big band there, stretching from all the way north, eastern part of Kansas. And then it's really going to bring in some very heavy rain for the Dallas area. And we go later on in the week, it could bring in some more heavy rain into the, going towards that southern part, or moving the direction of southern Texas. So we can actually have the capital, Austin, Texas, really get some strong storms there. So now we're going to be taking a look at the Cape. And these numbers are really high, guys. It's been a very long time since I've actually had to look at Cape. But these numbers are really, really high. So Oklahoma City, 5,500, 5,600. And then up into the western part of Kansas, we have 4,700. Some low 5,000s. We go into the Dallas area, 5,500, 6,200, guys. That's really, really high numbers. That's actually very surprisingly. I saw worse numbers last night. 6,400, guys. That's actually the highest I've ever seen. And then San Antonio going to be at 5,100. And these numbers are not good just because being one part. We're going to actually have it stretch into the Jackson, Mississippi area with some 5,000s. And then stretch into the southern part of Nebraska. So we're going to be taking a look. Wait, today. Oh, sorry. That was yesterday. Sorry. I thought I updated this. So this is what it's looking like today. Sorry, guys. I thought today at 5 p.m. Alright, guys. So I thought I was looking at the right one. So, guys, we were really, really going to have some really high numbers right here. We're going to have. So basically, if you guys don't know what Cape is, it's joules per kilogram. Another way to say it. The higher the number is, the more energy behind these storms. So like the more not gonna say the more powerful, but the more it feeds the storm. So right here we have some 6,000. That's some really high numbers. The darker the color actually too. If you just look right here, you can really see it. Really high numbers there. The Kansas City area gonna be at 3,800. We have 5,400. We have 5,500. 6,000 there, and then the southern part of Illinois, we're gonna actually have 5,100. These high numbers are all these 6,000s are all going to be stretching all the way from right here. So that's where we're really going to have it. So the Tulsa area, Oklahoma City area. And then we're going to actually have some very high numbers into the northern part of Louisiana. We really haven't seen these numbers that high into these areas of Shreveport since like late April. 5,500 parts of the Shreveport area. We're actually going to have these high numbers starting to begin into the Memphis area as we go later into today. 2 p.m. tomorrow, we're going to have these very high numbers moving to the northern, a bit more into the northern areas. So now we're going to have it stretch into the Iowa area, more into the northern Missouri area. So it's starting to move a bit north. So the Kansas City area, 5,500. We have 5,600. And then we have some very high 5,000s in two parts of the Oklahoma City area. And then we go all 11 p.m. tomorrow. We do see a decrease in the high numbers, but again, it's not going to be that much better. It's going to be 4,600. Still very high numbers there. 4,400. At least it's on the 6,000s though. And then we go later into Sunday. It should be a bit better. So guys, I do hope you guys enjoyed my first video back. Again, I'm going to be trying to make my own forecast. So most of today, I'm going to be trying to do something new. So it's going to take me a bit of a while. Don't expect it tomorrow because it is very new to me. I just got it as soon as I got back. So I'm trying to work with them, make my own forecast for that. Have my summer forecast and my fall forecast come out sometime next week. I'm really trying, but it's very new. So guys, please not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and see you guys next time.